Hi, welcome back. On this video I am going to explain the file node. Let's create a new application and name it file application, and if we click on let's create a message flow. File application and you come a little bit down, you will see file. Let's explain one by one. We have a file input where we receive file. So first, what is file? In the IBM integration bus, file node will convert file into message flow. It allows for the reading, writing, and manipulating of file during the message processing. Essentially, it enables seamless integration of file-based data into integration solution. So the file input node, similar to other node, he will receive the message file. We could directly connect it to file output node. File output node where it receive, like this is like a location where we drop the file. This is the location where we receive the file. So we have a filler out and end of data and catch. You could directly connect that one to that one and put your file and receive it to another location, or either we do some type of manipulation to your data. Just take a node and let's say I receive the file XML, I want to convert it to JSON and send it to the file output node. You could do different things. And now save it. We have two error. First is this, which you know it about node, and the second is the unset mandatory property input on a node. Let's read the property of this one. Double click. We have a first description is same thing. You just put any name on description you like. File input, and this will appear on the, and you give them a short description and long description. The basic, we have an input directory. I create this directly. One is input, one is output, where I receive the file, where I drop the file to send it, where I receive the file. Just click on that, give this location, and in our input directory, and it said include local subdirectory. If you include that one, so whatever directory is right here, let's say you have a many more folder, one, all they will also pick that file from inside of this one as well, like subdirectory, but we don't want it right now. And file name, if you give this star, that means every file, like any type of file you put, you will get that one. But if you, let's say if you pick this file.txt, then only they will read file.txt. They will not read any other file. Let's I put a file 2.txt, and then they're not gonna read it. So whatever name you put it right here, they will read that one. But if you put star, it read everything. But if you put .txt, txt. What does this mean? Like read any type of name, but file must if file is a txt, they will read that one from this location and will send it to you. Like let's say any name, because you give them a everything star, the star that means everything, like any name you just put it right here. That could be file input, but if it's txt, they will read it. If the file txt, they will read it. Let's put the xml or ada or WSDL xml. It should read the xml. So whatever extension you put, they will read it. And this one is a occlusion, like read the file txt but do not include it. Let's say I don't want to include file.txt. This one I do not want to include, the rest I will do it. If I want, also you could give it star.xml. So don't read the XML file but read the txt file. So this is a let's read txt file. And after, when it's action on a successful processing, after the process is over, let's say I send file and did the logic and send it to file input, it received successful. So what should I do? It means that say delete the file. If you pick that one, say delete it, I don't need anything. But you could do some other thing also. Say move it to the archive subdirectory. You could send it to mq si archive file. This folder, once I deploy this in my application, they will create automatically. Say move it right here. Say move it to this location when the process successfully done, or add the timestamp to it, then move it to mqsi archive folder, or delete it. And replace the duplicate. If there's a duplicate file, remove it. Let's put delete one, since if it's successful, then move it to the delete it, because I don't need it. It's successful because the file would be on the output. Let's see on an input message. We have a similar domain. Let's say I wanna receive a XML and I wanna turn it to the JSON. And the other option is same thing. You could, like we already explained those options. And this will come when you use the different format, like message model or those stuff. And if you come to parser option, whatever domain you give it, they will give like on demand, immediate. I already explained. On demand they will not check. On complete they will check immediately. And polling is a kind of delay. It's a file you just mentioned. On a second you mentioned the delay. It's a delay when it's present, 5 seconds. And so retry is a retry mechanism. Let's say if it fail, what should we do? If it's fail, when I deploy it, they also would create mqsi backout file. I will show you where. When I deploy my application, automatically they will create this file as well, this folder as well. If it failed, say move our application to this location. Then short retry. Let's say if it fail mechanism, say if let's try it 3 times, 5 times, and a 10 second each, like 5 times 10 second short retry, and otherwise move it to backup file. And is a short and long retry, 5 times 10 second, 10 second, 10 second, after like it is all work by the second, and after 300 seconds. So let's put that one, move it to the backup file. So record an element. I have, like, you could pick, you see a whole file. This is the process. Let's say I put a file. Once I put a file, let's save it, the error will go. When the file, I put a file, one time they will process in one shot. When I put a file right here, on one shot, they will send it complete file to my compute node, and we'll process it right here and send it. But if you don't want it on a one shot, we could do the fixed link. Let's say this is a byte. Each time from my file, so each time from my file, just take 60 by 80 byte, whatever you mention of this, probably right here, more even. So each time pick it by that. But also you like a fixed link, you could give it to him 80 byte or that, like whatever is 80 byte on a file, you will take it and send it and keep doing that till it's finished. And we have a delimited. So by delimiter we mention either like a DUC or Unix line end, or custom delimiter. We will put it right here, custom delimiter. You could pick anything, and you're not gonna put it right there. It says octadecimal. So you need custom delimiter. You need to convert it to octadecimal and place it right here. Then each time by that delimiter, whatever you put it right here, let's say comma. When you convert the comma and put it right here, let's come back right here, put a comma, and go to your plugin and say convert it to octadecimal. Okay, 2C. Octadecimal is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0, and A, B, C, D, E, F. So if this is octadecimal, you should know it. Now it work. Like each time they will separate file by comma. Like let's say I have this file. There is a comma. There is a comma. There is a comma. Each time when you see this comma, they will send that much data to my compute node. Second time they will see like that become second time transaction. Like each time they send each data, that would become 2 time data, and 3 time, like keep doing that to how many time you want to separate it. There's the postfix and infix. You could the delimiter work. Postfix and infix, you know it better. And validation, same thing apply. When you pick the parser, whatever parser, and you just pick that parser option on demand, and that once it's a model or any other thing you want to do validated content and value, same thing I explained, and you could pick one of this. Right now let's pick that. And file transfer protocol you could do remotely. Like we have a different, if you pick that one, then we need to specify those information. File transfer protocol, secure file transfer protocol, file transfer protocol S. There's a kind of new thing. We send it through one of those protocol. But if any server port is also wrong, if it's file transfer protocol is 21, if it's secure file transfer protocol is 22. Just mention it right here. And a secure identity, you just mention your secure, specify the name of secure runtime property, user and password. You need to mention it right here. And server directly, from where you need to pick it. So in binary mode and second to delay. It is about the file transfer transaction. If it's no, that means persistent and persistent. If it's no, it's not persistent. If it's yes, it's persisting. Like we will not lose the file. It will keep trying it. So and instance, use the poll associated with a message flow. And ignore that one, and monitor. Ignore this option. And come to this property, and and that one has the same kind of property with description basic. You need to mention that this time let's give the output directory where you want it to receive the file. I want to receive it to this place. Once you receive it, what should I put a file name? I specify a wallet file name and use it at the most of one wildcard. So let's pick this name, file.txt. Said file action.
Ahmed.
And you see say finish file, say stage mqsi transition, because when we put once we put file on our end directory, they will move the file to mqsi transition file like it's process. Once it's not finished, they will move it right here till it finish. So when it is move it to output directory on a finished file. You see finish file. So I connect the finish file. This is the output, you put it right here. But you could connect this finish file to another location. It will move it from right here and do the certain type of thing on it, like so replace the existing file, or append it to existing file, or fail if the existing archive, replace the existing file, or put the timestamp on it and archive and replace the existing file. So just say replace. If this node terminal is connect, just say replace the existing file, and also replace the duplicate archive file. You could pick, but you could pick this option and append the if the file exists. This is the output file terminal. If it's disconnected, they will just like each time when we get a file, each time they will append it to each other. Like we say first time this one come up, if the second time we send this file, they will append it, like keep adding to it. And instead action on a final file transfer failure. If something happen, what to do? Like it get fail because the file would be get fail. What to do? Just then move it to a subdirectory to mqsi failure folder. They will create it also this folder for us, and or either delete it or other timestamp. Let's put a timestamp, and if it failed, then move a timestamp and put it to failure and save it. So let's test this one. And so whatever we receive, set whatever we receive from input.xml, because we will receive XML, turn it to the input JSON. You could do whatever you like. JSON data. Come on. Data. So there's no the my bad, you should say output. Like whatever we receive, turn it to JSON. The data. Those would be XML. Whatever we receive from outside, which is XML, then turn it to JSON. Now let's deploy. let's create file. Say name, and it's a JSON file. Let's, because it's a CRL, you could take it out the hint point and say first name and last name. Say last name. Name it anything, Ahmad. Let's send this. We will send this file. We will name it xml.txt. Let's copy this location and save it. I have uncopy the one. Okay, let's close and let's put a breakpoint on it and send it. Now, which we create the input directly. You see, they create for us MQSI archive, MQSI set backup, and transition. So once we put a file, first they will move it right here until it's finished. But if something happen according to your logic, they will do that right here. And also right now we don't have anything right here. Once I send it, they also would create those files for us. Let's put it, just drop it, paste it right here. The file we get, say now refresh it. See, it's already picked automatically. Come right here. Now let's we have a file application. Okay, now it come. See, message is XML. Same. They also use the out of those information. You could use it like a file. You just check the file is empty. If it's empty, do nothing. You could check local environment, output local environment file, input local environment file, and if it's empty true, then do nothing. And they give you the subdirectory where it come from, what is the file name. You could also check the file. If the file has a different name, do nothing. You could do manually anything. You could recheck and do your coding. Let's go. And also right now would be JSON. So now we turn it to JSON. I hope it's JSON. And again, and I don't know what happened. And now is, let's say resume. So data element cannot be found as a child of a JSON root element. Let's take, just put it like that and redeploy. Let's drop it once again, because this file get failed. Just go over there, is a good practice, and check the file already came right here. Let's check it, but no data inside. Let's test it once again. See, they put a file right here because it failed. Is this fail? Okay. See, we just drop again the file. Oh no. Send it. Okay, no exception this time. Let's check. So let's try one again, and also the polling time, I don't need a 5 second. Let's put 2 seconds, 1 second. After when I drop it, what that mean, when I drop the file right here on the, they should wait for 1 second and take it. If you put 5 second, like each 5 second when wait and rerun it, they will pick the data. So let's deploy it once, and I pick the domain I want to turn it to the JSON from XML, and I pick that the domain as a XML NEC. No other like what type of you see the file name, I gave them everything, the basic. So let them run everything. You could say txt, it's up to you. .txt, any file with txt, they will pick it up. Let's do that. make sure right here in the name you edit clear for you, like there's a dot, you see. Once I put this one, like after, because we have a file usually like that, file dot extension, whatever extension is, XML NEC. If I put the star right here, that would be anything like file with any extension, txt, XML, JSON, whatever, pick it up. But if I put on this side, which I put it right here, like this name is anything, like that would be anything, but then pick it out. You could find more about this one, the pattern of file, and paste it right here. So that means any name with file of txt. So that's why I put it. But if you want to specifically file, just like I want to only read this file, not other, so only will read that file. Let's pick txt and save it. And run it. We will drop the, now once I drop the file, you see right away get it, 1 second is right away. So get in, and now we want to turn whatever JSON come or XML come to a JSON. So now send it. Let's complete it and read it, and come back and go back to our output. See, now we have it. So right now we turn it to JSON. So whatever file we had, and we turn it to a JSON. We put this this file. We put the XML file, but we turn it to JSON. So there's a more thing you could do it. Like you could spread it, you could run it. That would be your task. Just go and pick it by a delimiter. Just apply different, like right here. If you wanna, let's try one, and I will try one. You try others. Just count to record an element instead of a whole file. Just say fixed file. I wanna 10 bytes each time. Each time they will send 10 bytes of the file, and until it complete. So let's run that one. You could do the different thing. You pick it up by delimiter. So test it up. So just test it, you will learn. And also right here, because I want it from this terminal, I put the on the basic, write directly to output terminal, and append if the file exists. Append it if the file, and replace the duplicate archive file, and no action needed. If final filler happen, let's move it to the backup to MQSI filler and save it. And now okay, this time we would take like a 6 and 7 transaction. Let's go back to our read and drop it one more time. It come, take 1 second, it already come. Right now if you check the data, something we should pick the blob, because the XML, once you, let's complete that one. You see already, you keep doing that, you see, until it's finished. When I say complete, this one is complete, then next transaction will come. Like, keep doing that, because they give me the exception. The exception is because we pick the wrong domain for the blob, because each time they take 10, see, root.xml. Let's complete it. How many time would be? Let me complete that one. So I completed this time. Come back to your domain, clean up that one. If you clean it up and you didn't put anything, it says select a domain to use. Default domain is blob. If you do not pick any domain, any format, that would be blob. So let's do, instead of 10, let's do 100, because take time. There will be too many transaction. Okay, run it one more time. Let's drop. And one more thing, just go to output file and delete that one. Let me delete it. See, we don't have it. Now paste it. We have it. 1 2 should be picked up. Now we got one. Now it's blob. You see, this is the blob. They give me the 100 transaction, and also right here would be a kind of, because we picked the XML, I'm sure they will give me the error. Let's see what they're gonna give. Okay, it doesn't. Hit fine and went. What happened? You give me the error, yes, because that was a, say, the data element cannot be found as a child of root element. So you see, the second one is come, and they also give me the 100 bytes. Let's complete that one, resume it, and the second also give me exception. If more left, they will give me, but there's a no more. So let's check that one to just put it everything, like put the header with it. Now send it one more time and done. Okay, Scotch, now see it. One more thing before I if we could delete it right now. Let's delete that one, because we don't want to append it. Okay, we could. I delete it. Now go back and say, let's go inside. This time we give me exception or not? No. Oh, I hope no exception. Okay, no exception. You see, now it come to a second transaction. Each time it pick 100 bytes. So second one, and it's complete now. If we come to back, we have the file. You see, they put the property too with our file. So which is we want, like we just put the input. When you put input, it give you the header property plus your, what do you call that? You see the blob, they give you a blob too. That's our blob. Okay, that's everything. See you on the next video.